I'm the golden son while playing the GBA game. Brain off the scale, they thinking he mean weight gain. No surge, electrify the mind. I'm in charge of the buzz, get your power stripped. I'm my own plug, you the socket. Lent more punchlines, the trash in your pocket. That you would stop it. More than rap, this composite, you got I rocket. See the variation? It don't matter black or white, bring the drama, Perry Mason. I'm adjacent to the destined, counting all my blessings while they selling their soul. No, you gotta be desperate like them housewives. Hear the real with my mouth wide, paths going north, but they still hear the south side in me. These rappers are actors who giving out Emmys. Find me a Denny's looking proud of their penny without an Oscar. I'ma lay it proper. Father, this sound ironic, didn't have a papa for most of my life. Foster home to home. Don't let me start. Comment, tell me about real love. It starts in the heart, not the pants. Born without a chance. Probably met destiny plenty times and noticed when she glanced at me. When you dance with me, who would've known these dreamers become fans of me? Put up your hands for me. Touch the sky, the model we grew up with. Bumping that old Wayne, about to see if this truck fit in my garage. I'm kidding, no car, but I got drive. Even if I retire, never be top 5. I survived the rugged terrain. Determination in my brain, God help me find joy through the pain, gain clarity that I share to the masses. Same kid, they dreaming in classes. Future look disastrous. Time for the heroes and less fastest. Clean air, less gases. But y'all know what I'm trying to convey. Change streams, play games, watch a few anime. Found a path to be great, not a moment to waste. Mama check it, don't worry, I'm straight. We gon' take it to the top of the globe. Spread love, realest quote that I wrote. You know, sky's the limit. All my life I was sober. We surpassing that with each episode. The whole, a new episode. New day, a new episode. A new day, a new day, a new episode. A new day, a new episode. A new day, a new. Go ahead, let them throw that shade. You gotta wait to see the picture. Old Kodak days, don't go that way. They songs all filler, and it shows not at the museum. Fans never been stellar. Pendilla, shows a route set score. I ain't trying to be known by a number like the kids next door. My lord, they want us in cages or the seats, cause we fresh to death. Cash is sharp every week. Who me? I'm nothing but a kid from the boondocks, writing living color. Different world in my boombox, chilling in my afternoon socks with a cute thing. Excuse the missed call, didn't notice you rang. Sharp tongue from the heavens, we thinking outside of the box. They call him Stoop Kid, never lead his steps. No one knows of his woes, cause he keeps to himself in seclusion. But me, I had to find out his story, so I sat by his stoop. He said his name's Corey. Told me how he used to be in love with a dame, but she left about as fast as she came. Said the sky's never been the same. Air's less fresh, chemtrails blanket the sky, and we compressed to a perfect world that we created within the mind. We blind to the truth as the days unwind. He finds happiness and watch the time go by. He asked, do you know why? Cause at least I'll know when we die. Society's engulfed in trends, and it's hard to find friends when your vision ain't the same through the lens. A cleanse what we need, but our pride won't accept it. Love's like a precious baby girl, and I'm wishing that we kept it. Neglected all our principles, kids laughing at me every day. How conventional, all one-dimensional. I wish I was invincible, I would just fly away. Aim for the sun, hope to land in a higher place. That's my escape from reality. Life is a dream, but it seems we've been sleeping in ravines. For now, I'ma chill with the ranting. Sit up on my stoop while the kids keep chanting. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. The stoop kids afraid to leave it. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave the stoop. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. Stoop now. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. Stoop. The stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave it. Stoop. A tear rolls down his cheek. He asks, how did life become bleak? We used to seek joy, now we lost in translation of the language called money. I pity our generation. I told him I agree, but you looking at the downside. It's a bigger world outside the walls you hide, and I can guide you to a new state of mind if you let me. But hearts can't receive what the soul isn't ready for. Look, metaphor, it's up to you to find a meaning. You can't stand for something if you steadily leaning on pillars of self-loathing. Imagine what you're missing in addition to beautiful life that you ain't even living. Places that you never been, people that you'll never meet. Happiness if you're willing to see beyond the stoop of your seclusion, but really just a barrier to block away the image of a place much scarier called reality. Well, he stopped me mid-sentence, took a step down like a sinner doing penance. Said he wanna take a chance, thanks for the referral. Safe to say this boy's gonna finally leave the world, so stoop kids gonna leave it. Stoop kids.
Are you ready?
Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave him truth truth in these songs, they prefer the lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple light.
Before we get started, it only takes 2 clicks to become one of Earth's mightiest subscribers. Click, click.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? What is going on? It's Ernie Blerd Without Fear. Welcome to another edition of the Blerd Cave. I think we've done 16 of these so far, man. What's going on, everybody? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Oh, man. It has been rough. It has been rough. I'll be brutally honest with y'all. It's been a weird week, man. It's been a weird week. What's going on? Dude, Kendall Taylor, I see you up in here. What's up, Jarrell Bozo? What is up, my man? Reggie Simmons, Chillmonger in the house, represent Lemon Peace. Everybody up in here. What's poppin'? Oh, and I see here King Breezy. What's going on? What's going on, man? We just got in here, man. We just got in here. You in here at the start, man. Look, and King Breezy, you got in here right here at the right moment, man. Got it here right here at the beginning, right here where it's gonna start off, and it ain't ever gonna be over. It ain't ever gonna be over until, well, maybe in about an hour and a half. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Brother Bacchus up in here. Roberto Bravo, that is a weird flex, but I'll take it. I mean, it's only one issue, and while I enjoy Jonathan Hickman's one issue in so far on X-Men as it is, I actually really enjoyed Matthew Rosenberg's run, so there you go. But hey, you know, you do you, man. You do you. Actually, Lemon Piece, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, man, you will probably want to check out Jonathan Hickman's Fantastic Four run. That is actually, was it the Black Monday Murders? That's another one. That's Image Comics, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe another studio. But as far as other Marvel stuff goes, Infinity. He did do Infinity, and I think he did Secret Wars. So, yeah. So, if you've read any of those, you've read Hickman. Guy's good. Guy's good as gold. Good as gold. Dude, hey. Dude, Aaron Ford, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for that super chat. Super chat with the wild combo breaker coming in here for $1.99. I appreciate that. Didn't even want to ask a question. Just wanted to show some support, some love. I appreciate that. Dude, it is, no, Brother Bacchus, you are correct, man. His Fantastic Four is the gospel. Okay, so, let's see, you know what, Drill, you are not entirely wrong, but I like this way better. We are going to talk about The Boys. I can't talk about The Boys too much today because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've only seen 2 episodes. It's a show that I'm watching with my wife, and I don't want to watch it without her, and I don't like re-watching things no matter how much I enjoy them. At least not with TV shows. Movies is one thing. TV shows is another. But before we jump into too much, we got to pay some bills. We got to pay some bills up in here. And also, I want to make sure y'all don't forget, we have on the Blerd Without Fear TeeSpring store. Remember, it is at teespring.com/stores/Blerd Without Fear. Make sure you go to that website. You can use the promo code BWF Summer, and you can get 25% off all your Blerd Without Fear merch. Like I said, we got the new shirts. So we got the Blerd shirt. We got the Run the Fade shirt. We got the Blerd Without Fear shirt. We got the Blerd Core shirt. We got the I Like My Comics Explained by Blerd Without Fear shirt. And we got Earth's Mighty Subscriber shirt. And we also got the Blerd Club shirt in the house. What's going on? Make sure you go and do that because the sale will end on the 31st. So make sure you go take care of that. Make sure you get you something. Get you something nice. But that said, we do want to go ahead and I want to get into brass tacks. I want to get into brass tacks real quick because here, really sucks. Something is going on with my something's going on with my Streamlabs. I can't get pictures entered in, so we'll be doing this strictly off of the Googles. off of the Googles here. But I wanted to talk about something because it's actually something I think is really weird because it's not the first time that it has happened. It is also not unusual for this particular person to be doing this. But what we're going to be talking about is Yetide Badaki, who is, some of you may recognize from American Gods. She's an American Gods actress. She plays Bilkis, I believe. Probably butchered the pronunciation there, but you know what? Hey, fuck it, we're doing it live. Look, I'll take that L if that is the case. But I've only watched like so many episodes of American Gods as well. But and I think by the time she showed up, which I think she was in the first, maybe it was the second one. Can't really remember. I have really hazy recollection of that show. But she's been campaigning. She has been campaigning for the role of Storm. And I think it's actually pretty cool because I've actually been saying this for a while. I have actually been talking about your girl here for a minute, Yetide Badaki. And dude, she's legit. The little bit I've seen her and other things, I think she's been on This Is Us. She's been in some other stuff too, but I think she might even be in was it The Rooks, that's also on Stars, as is American God. She's getting the Stars bag apparently, and I'm not mad at her for it. Baby, get your money, get your get your paper,
cut the check.
So my girl, basically what's going on here, she sent out a tweet. She sent out a wild tweet, and here we're gonna pull that tweet up right here. And basically it says, I don't think this comes as a surprise to anyone, but as a dark-skinned woman of African origin, I'd love to play #Storm. And she @s your boy, Kevin Feige, hashtagged Ryan Coogler, and added Marvel Studios, Marvel, Disney Studios, Walt Disney Company. I believe Ryan Estrada, I think, might actually be here, let me see here. I'm not sure who that is. But oh wait, writer. Ryan Estrada, who, if I'm not mistaken, has actually, you know what? I'm not as familiar with him as I would like to be. I'm going to be honest about that. Not as familiar with him as I would like to be. But basically what's going on here is that she's shooting a shot. And I ain't mad at the woman. I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her one bit because, I mean, it worked for Simu Liu. I mean, he added Kevin Feige, Marvel Studios, to play Shang Chi. And fast forward, I think he said he did that almost a year, maybe a year, 2 years prior to getting the role. And then fast forward and boom, he is now Shang Chi, which we're going to talk about that here in a little bit because there's some controversy. I'm not gonna lie, there's some controversy going on there. And here, let me, and just for Claro, I want to get a little something together because I feel bad that I can't get some of this stuff. I'm gonna see if we can get this. I want to see if we can actually get this into. I want to be able to get these pictures into Streamlabs because I mean I really want y'all to see some really, really cool stuff. But here, let's. Oh man, dude, yeah, Streamlabs is wildin'. But that said, the main thing is, and she's not the only one. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, Yetide Badaki is not the only one who is out there campaigning. But I really appreciate the fact that, I mean, she's shooting her shot. I ain't mad at the woman. Because you know what? Honestly, I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. I am not upset about this. I've actually been like, yeah, dude, Yetide Badaki. She's got the look. I don't care. I don't give a damn. Like, I mean, I think I just saw somebody in the chat, just kind of off the cuff. I think I just saw somebody said she was too old. But I mean, 37, whatever. I mean, what was Hugh Jackman doing playing Wolverine at the age that, you know, he was at? Well, hell, if we're going to be really real, let's talk about Charles Xavier and Magneto, who were theoretically cast for the ages that they probably should be, because of how old they are. But at the same time, look at the weird time stretch of when they were in the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, how old they got just based on how they cast them. So if that's the case, either James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender were too goddamn young to be playing them in X-Men First Class and all that, or Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen, Sir Patrick Stewart, put some respect on their name, were too old when they were cast. I mean, take your pick. I don't care about that sort of stuff. It really only matters when you're trying to carry a franchise as a solo player like that, and we'll get into some more of that here in a minute too, because I'm gonna hang an L around somebody's neck. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, boom. As far as I'm concerned, cut this woman a check. Cut this woman a check. Let's be done with it. The ageism and all that stuff, I ain't too terribly down for it. And let's be fair, she will. And Chillmonger, I see what you're saying, but here's the thing: she will have a stunt person too. And let's seriously act like they have done anything crazy stunt-wise with Storm in the past. They really haven't. I mean, some wire work, yes, but hell, even Halle Berry did her own stuff. And first off, how old was Halle Berry when she played Storm the first? I'm very curious about that. Very, 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 very unimportant. But I do want to point out that, yeah, as I said a minute ago, she ain't the only one. Yetide Badaki ain't the only one. Like I said, she's my front runner. I'm gonna go and be honest with y'all. She's my front runner. If it had to come to, if the movie is being made today based on everything I've seen up to this point, she is my pick, hands down. But I am gonna say she got some competition out here. And it's gonna be wild out here in these streets. How many of y'all remember the video I did on Monica Rambeau last year? It was last year. So in that video, because what I was doing was Kyle Jones, welcome to Earth's Mightiest Subscribers. I appreciate that. Thank you for your clicking the subscribe button. But yeah, so basically, I think y'all remember I talked about the woman who was originally set to play what at the time we thought might have been Monica Rambeau, but turned out to be the role of Maria Rambeau, Monica Rambeau's mother. And I talked about a woman by the name of DeWanda Wise. DeWanda Wise, and here, let's pull my girl up here. Booyah. DeWanda Wise, she had to step away. DeWanda Wise had to step away from Captain Marvel because it conflicted with her shooting for the show She's Gotta Have It on Netflix, which oddly enough just got canceled. So, go figure. She's got free time now, though. She's got free time. There's a slot open. She can go ahead and she can put in some work. But she has stepped up as well. She has been very vocal about her interest in playing Storm. But once again, wait. There's more. Wait. There's more. But no, and before we get into that, though, DeWanda Wise, like I said, I like her body of work. She's done some good stuff. I like her as Nola Darling on She's Gotta Have It. She's a good actress. She's got some range. But once again, we're talking about the hierarchy here. I think DeWanda Wise may or may not be younger than Yetide Badaki, but I mean, at the same time, I'm looking at what is closer to the image I have in my head of Storm, and Yetide Badaki is it. I'm just gonna be brutally honest about that. So that said, DeWanda Wise, she ain't the only one. The other one, and here I'm pulling her up right now. We're having to do this old school because, like I said, my slideshow thing in Streamlabs is just wilding out on me here. Let's go ahead. I mean, you know what? I gotta hang a L on Streamlabs for this one here. Streamlabs, you wildin'. So yeah, Streamlabs, you fucking up. Fucking up. That's all I'm saying. So your girl, let me see if I can find a... There it is. Okay. So your girl, Kiki Lane, she has also been campaigning to play Storm in the MCU. By the way, Bronzel Demetrius Dinkins, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that subscribe. I appreciate that. Welcome to Earth's mightiest subscribers. So yeah, I mean, and now some of you may or may not be familiar with her. She was in If Beale Street Could Talk, which is a really good movie. Really good, really nice, solid, kind of indie darling film. And of course, I have a soft spot in my heart for it because I live in Memphis. I don't hang out on Beale Street anymore, and I don't really care about If Beale Street Could Talk, but just saying, throwing it out there. So that said, I mean, yeah. And she's kind of a younger actress. I mean, if you really just want to kind of keep it young, you know, fine, whatever. I think she could do it. She's got the chops. She's got the chops to do it. But once again, I go back to my original argument. I'd probably say if I had to make my pick of the three actresses right now, as it stands, I'd have to go Yetide Badaki, Kiki Lane, and then DeWanda Wise. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say another thing here. It's probably going to be controversial. Because we say controversial things. We say controversial things on the Blerd game. Danger. It happens. It's a thing. What am I going to do? But I know that a lot of people, because this is kind of made the rounds since the whole Disney Fox deal has kind of been on the table. Like even before it was actually like finalized, done and dusted, whatever. And I know a lot of people were kind of wilding out on my girl Alexandra Shipp because she was talking about how she still wanted, not only did she say she still wanted to play Storm even past the Disney Fox deal, but that she would still be playing Storm past the Disney Fox deal. Now, Disney, nor Marvel, nor anyone else, to my knowledge, has said anything about this one way or the other. But I'm gonna go on a line and say they probably will recast everyone. Just a thought. While they may bring some people back, you never know. I do know that Deadpool has been handed over to Kevin Feige. That announcement came out over the past couple of days. It was kind of a non-story, so I didn't even want to focus on it. It's like a non-story. It's literally like, oh, hey, the person who oversaw all the Marvel movies at Fox, they handed over the reins to Kevin Feige. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of what we assumed was going to happen. But Alexandra Shipp, and my thing is, I think she kind of gets a bum rap. I think she gets a bum rap because, one, she was literally cast back-to-back in two of the, I would arguably say, probably two of the worst of the X-Men movies to date. I still think that Dark Phoenix is nowhere near as bad as Last Stand, but I think Last Stand would be the worst. I think Dark Phoenix is maybe somewhere in and above, and definitely not as bad as X-Men Origins Wolverine, but probably closer rather than not. But yeah, I think she gets a bum rap because, I mean, as far as what we saw of her in these two movies, I thought she did well for what she was given. I mean, she wasn't really given a whole lot to do. She kind of got Hawkeyed in X-Men Apocalypse. She immediately came in, was immediately turned into a villain, and didn't regain her senses until the very end of the movie. And then when you get to Dark Phoenix, well, Dark Phoenix is not about Storm, so clearly they're not going to focus on Storm because it's not her story. So that said, I mean, I don't have, if they brought her back, I wouldn't have a problem with that either. Honestly, I would be fine regardless. But I just think it's really cool because people are out here. The way that media and so like social media specifically, and then just media as a whole works nowadays, I think is very conducive. Is very conducive to how they how roles are cast nowadays, because people can literally just be like, hey, I want this role, and if if everything works out, they could be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, we'll give you the role, or we'll come up with something for you. That is how Mahershala Ali got the role of Blade. Kevin Feige didn't contact him. Mahershala contacted Kevin Feige, and that's how he got the role. It's as simple as that. Here, let me see here. What is going on up here? I see, I've missed some things. Kiki. Like I said, like I said, Kiki's my close second. We gotta go young. I'll go with that one. If not, give me Yetide. Let's see here. To answer a question real quick, John K, I do answer the Discord questions. The only problem is that people are not using the Discord to ask me questions. I would love to answer Discord questions. I would love to, but as it stands, I've only got a couple, and one. I think I have 2 questions in the Discord right now that I can actually answer. And actually, there was 3, but one of them I was like, I'm not gonna make you wait for me, because literally was like, hey, just go here. But exactly, it's one of those things. By the time they actually get to all this X-Men chicanery, a lot of the actors that we want to play these characters are probably going to be too old. Let's be honest. They do things in their own time. They're not necessarily just going to do these things like right now. I think that's the problem people had when they made the announcement about Blade. People immediately assumed that Blade was happening right now. It's like, no, it's not. And honestly, Kevin Feige has come out for clarification that in actuality, Blade will likely not happen until Phase 5. Guardians 3, Captain Marvel 2, and Black Panther 2 may not even happen in Phase 4. It's up or down. Like, they don't know yet. They're still plotting on stuff out. So yeah, I mean, it's all stuff that is going to happen, but it's not going to happen like lickety split right now because we want it. It's not the case. That said, Cricket, that's actually not a bad idea. I need to actually have a Darth Vader thing, but we'll just but yeah, it's one of those things. But that said, let's see here. Oh, Najim Caldwell, what movie are you talking about? You said, what about the girl that's in that new movie coming out, Slim and Queen? I'm not familiar. I'm looking. Or Queen and Slim? I'm looking now. I am not, you're talking about Jodie Turner-Smith? Is that what you're talking about? Jodie Turner-Smith? Here, I'm looking up Jodie Turner-Smith as we speak. And here, let's, okay, you know what? Hey, I've never seen, I don't think I've ever actually seen her in anything, so I can't speak to her acting capability, but I'd be willing to give her a fair shake. So, hey.
Cut the check.
On all of them, as far as I'm concerned. Like I said, I think that a lot of times, when it comes down to acting, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games to speculate until we actually see it. Like, I mean, I use this as the litmus test every time, for castings is Heath Ledger. Everybody, when Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker, I distinctly remember, and I won't lie, I was one of these people. I will freely admit I was one of these people, albeit minus the homophobia. which I don't stand for, never have. But I distinctly remember, all the hate and vitriol and just out and out just fuckery that was happening when Heath Ledger was cast as a Joker. And it wasn't until people saw, I think it was the second, trailer. Technically, it was either the second or third actual trailer, where they focused, the focus of the trailer was on the Joker, and people were like giving standing ovations. The same people who were out here calling him calling him gay for being in Brokeback Mountain and calling him Brokeback Joker, and saying that F words can't play the Joker. Whoa, what is this? Gay Joker? What is he gonna be like, trying to have sex with Batman now? What's this all? Which, by the way, I just want to go ahead and say, if someone is, regardless of whether someone's gay or not, if your main primary focus about somebody is who they have sex with, that says a lot more about you than it does about the person you're talking about, because that's not how gay people work. Gay people, they have sex about as regularly as heterosexual people do. Just not a thing. It's not a thing. Not a thing. Back it up. It's dangerous territory to go there. Anyway, that said, but yes, Chillmonger, you are correct. I have not answered Discord questions yet. I'm gonna save that. Let's see here. Well, I mean, King Breeze says, I want Storm old enough to get married to T'Challa. I mean, honestly, well, any one of those actresses could do that, and it would probably be fine. Roberto Bravo, what about Silver Surfer Black? Waiting for it to be finished before I talk about it. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, hey, Stephen Nabuki, I see you. You finally rolled up in here. Welcome to the party. Lemon Piece, yes, Batman and Joker's relationship has always kind of had a pseudo homoerotic undertone, but not like, kind of in the same, well, I don't expect anybody to understand this reference, but kind of in the same way that if you are a Sentai fan and you watch Kamen Rider Build, or you watch Kaizoku Sentai Gokaiger, respectively, your Sento and Banjo have a kind of semi-homoerotic relationship, even though technically neither one of them is homosexual. And then you've also got Gokaiger, where Captain Marvelous and Joe, the Red and Blue Ranger, respectively, they kind of have a semi-homoerotic deal going on, but it's never really explored. It's like a very veiled undertones. But you could also say that about anybody who happens to be mildly, you can say that really about any two men who have a very strong bond, with each other. It doesn't necessarily have to be gay, just it's thing. Yes, Chillmonger, you're correct. That's it is Japanese Power Rangers, but it's where Power Rangers comes from. But let's see here. I see we got some new folks that just rolled up in here. And welcome, all y'all. Welcome to the Scream. Oh man, my man Carter Presents is up in here. Just got in. Woo! Yes. You know what? Originally, people were, but it's one of those things. Okay, so basically, what we were saying is, weren't people annoyed at the Storm Black Panther marriage because of how it was a whole let's put black people together scenario? Yeah, people were actually kind of upset at first. But here's the thing about that: when people get upset like that, it doesn't last. It's kind of like the same people who get upset, who were upset about Miles Morales. Now Miles Morales is like, it's like, oh, it's Miles Morales. Yeah, dude, you love Miles Morales. People who were upset about Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine at first. Now they're like, nobody else can play Wolverine. People get upset about things, and then once they actually like get over themselves, or they just become accustomed to it, people just get over it. Get over it. But that being said, yeah, people are happy about it now because now it suits them. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's wild problematic, and I just think that sometimes people stand at the wrong time about the wrong shit. Which, by the way, speaking of standing, I want to move on to my next topic. And that is, we were talking about, shooting your shot, getting your drain the bucket. I mentioned Simu Liu earlier and how there was some chicanery going on. And I'm going to use this article from, I guess this is Quartzy, but it's actually been in a lot of different places. I've seen a lot of different YouTube channels talking about this because people love monetizing people's hatred and their racism and their xenophobia. So let's talk about Shang Chi. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say right now, we're not talking about it. I'm not going to be hateful about any of this. I probably will say something problematic at some point, so I'm just going to do a preemptive. Danger. However, one of the main YouTube channels, and I don't know if any of y'all follow this channel. If you do, God bless you. But Beyond the Trailer, I think it's Grace Randolph or Rudolph, whatever her name is. I call her the younger comic book version of Laura Ingraham. Because she talks just like her, and it's so annoying. Anyway, so people are upset. People are big mad. I am saying right now to you, the country of China is in their feelings right now because of the casting of Simu Liu as Shang Chi. They are losing their shit right now because Simu Liu, a Canadian Asian, is playing Shang Chi. Now, bear in mind also that Simu Liu is he's I think he's Canadian born. I don't know if he immigrated to Canada or if he was born in Canada, one of the two. But the thing is, China is all like, oh, Elizabeth, it's the big one. Because he's not a China born, he's not Chinese born person. And I'm going to say China is wild. Actually, Asia as a whole, China, Korea, Japan, they're wild problematic because of, like, they are very heavy on tradition. All this traditional stuff. And it's funny to me because they are upset. They are big, mad, upset. Here, let's go ahead and switch over this story. It says, China, one of Marvel Studios' largest overseas markets, does not appear to be happy about the comic book empire's first Asian superhero production. Let's see, I guess this is Weibo users responded to Marvel's San Diego Comic-Con announcement that it had cast Chinese-Canadian actor Simu Liu as Shang-Chi, the Kung Fu master hero of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, by reminding one another of the racist origins of the character's father. Okay, now first off, this is where y'all are fucking up. This is where China is fucking up right now, right off the bat. They're not using Fu Manchu. Fu Manchu is not in this movie. He is not even going to be referenced, and it is very likely that the Mandarin is going to replace Fu Manchu, which the Mandarin is problematic for other reasons. However, Fu Manchu, not in this movie. Anyways, back to brass tacks. Basically what they're talking about here is the plot line of Shang-Chi is about belittling Chinese people while praising America's, wrote one user on the social media platform, and another called it horrible that the movie will include a symbol of foreign discrimination against Asians. First off, now they also were upset. I'm going to go ahead and throw this out here too. A lot of people were upset, and this is where Grace Rudolph, whatever the fuck her name is, comes into play. She was talking about how, why couldn't they just get like a Chinese person, an actual full-on like Chinese person to play, Shang-Chi. Well, here's the problem with that. That statement alone tells me you don't know anything about Shang Chi. Shang Chi is not 100% Chinese. Shang Chi is half Chinese, half Caucasian. His mother is white. His daddy is Fu Manchu, which, once again, they're probably going to sweep all that under the rug. Plays Fu Manchu, the Mandarin. So, that said, shut the fuck up. wait, here. We're gonna paraphrase Dusty, like one of my favorite Dusty Rhodes quotes. And this is something he wouldn't say on camera. This is something he would say to other wrestlers. Like when he was a booker of NWA, he'd be like, "Don't do shit you don't know how to do. Don't do shit you don't know how to do." Basically saying that if you don't know how to do a move, don't do it, because you're gonna end up hurting somebody. So we're gonna paraphrase. Don't talk about shit you don't know what you're talking about. Don't talk about shit you don't know what you're talking about, daddy. So there we go. So yeah, all I'm gonna say is know your comics. Okay, and I'm gonna say this too because I know people. Here's the thing, and this is, oh man, you know what? Here, let me preemptively hit the danger button. Danger. The same problem happened with Iron Fist. People were wilding. Okay, so here's the thing. And this is why I tell people, Shaman 05 line. Dude, appreciate that subscribe, man. Tickling that subscribe button, as Andre Meadows would say. Since I have been accused of being a Andre Meadows copycat, may as well steal his shit too. Anyway, wait, that was probably danger. So here's the thing: people get really crazy about who they want to play who. This kind of goes back to the whole Storm thing. You can't have it both ways. That's how I'm gonna say. You can't have it both ways. You can't want like in the case of Iron Fist, Chinese Americans and people from China were wilding out saying that they wanted Iron Fist to be played by a Chinese actor. But that's the thing. Iron Fist isn't Chinese. He's white. But you want to be big mad because a Chinese Canadian actor is playing Shang Chi. Now, he's still Chinese. He's just not from mainland China directly. But here's the thing. And this is a character who's not even 100% Chinese. I kind of get where you're coming from, China. I get where you're coming from, but you're going to have to take one of these. Because you fucking up. You fucking up, China. I'm sorry. And I'm going to hit the danger button again because I know what I'm saying is problematic. But danger. I'm sorry. But my thing is, you can't have it both ways. You can't sit here and complain about a character who is not of your ethnicity being played by the ethnicity that the character actually is, and then get mad when a person of that ethnicity is playing a character, but it's not exactly the one you want. You can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. It makes me ill to my stomach. I can't stand it. I hate that. And I'm sorry. I know some people are probably gonna be like, "Oh man, dude, Ernie's in here wilding. Ernie's in here talking crazy." Well, I return the same question. Whose mans is this? Whose mans is this? Because I'm sorry, you can't have it both ways. I'm sorry. You know, I mean, it's like people were being, Chadwick Boseman. I remember there was a subsect of African people who were upset about Chadwick Boseman being cast as Black Panther. Like, oh, he's supposed to be African. You can't. Dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Look, it's fucking Hollywood, man. Look, be glad that you're getting it in the first place. And it's not like they didn't use African descent actors to play in that movie. You had Lupita Nyong'o. You had was Winston Duke, who is also of African descent. Just stop. Look, we're getting there, little by little. Don't wild out like that. Don't put the cape away. Put the cape up. Put the cape back in the closet. Like, you just don't do it. Just don't do it. And, okay, so Kelvin Blunt says, in all fairness, I do agree with you, but Perry was played by Lawrence Fishburne Superman. But did I campaign for it? I didn't campaign for that shit. But here's the thing. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He can be white, black, blue. Hell, you know what? If they recast Perry White in the DCEU, he could be Hispanic for all I care. I don't give a shit. Because if your ethnicity is the only thing that defines you as a character, then you're not a real character. It's the same way I felt when people were big mad about Zendaya playing MJ, even though technically it's not even actual Mary Jane. She's Michelle, for Christ's sakes. But anyways, I didn't care. Because if the only defining quality of Mary Jane is that she's white, she's a shit character. If that is her only, I'm not saying Mary Jane's a shit character, I'm just saying that if that is her one defining quality, if that's the one thing about her that is recognizable, she's a shit character. Sorry, just is what it is. Let's see here. Brother Bacchus, you wildin'. You wildin'. He says, I'm offended that the X-Men weren't played by real mutants. Dude, we need Twitch emotes in here. By the way, go hit up the Twitch, man. Go if you haven't done so already, go hit up the Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Blerd Without Fear. I'm gonna be probably doing a stream a little later tonight. Be playing some Persona 5. Let's get it. Yeah, and actually, Steven just kind of proved my point here. It used to be that black characters were played by white people in blackface. So look, the fact that Hollywood, we're actually getting these roles, we're actually getting representation, not just for black people, but for African people, we're getting it for Hispanic people, we're getting it for Chinese people, we're getting it for Japanese people. Like, it's all coming together finally. We're finally getting there. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up by wilding. Yeah, and that's the thing. Africans were represented. Exactly. So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm just like, you know what? I'm like, can y'all please calm down? Can y'all please calm down? I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Okay? Now, next up on the hit parade, while we're talking about people who are wildin'. While we're talking about people who are wildin'. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So, your man's, good lord, Wesley Snipes. And this doesn't even have really as much to do with him as it does, anybody else. Doesn't even have as much to do with him as it does, anybody else that is involved in this. But okay, so you know what? No, we ain't doing that. Not doing that. Back out. It's a fraud. It's a fraud. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find. I'm trying to see if I can find. Let's see. There we go. Found it. Okay, so your boy Wesley Snipes. Everybody was wilding. Everybody was flipping their goddamn shit about Wesley Snipes not coming back to play Blade. My God almighty Christ in heaven. People were losing their damn shit. I even got into some beef with someone on Twitter, apropos of nothing, about how it should be Wesley Snipes. Like, dude, get over yourself. Nobody cares. To the point, Wesley Snipes doesn't care. And that ought to tell you something. So not to, like, roughly about the time Wesley Snipes Blade, everything was trending over the weekend, Wesley Snipes responded to this controversy. Sounds like a Prince song. So basically, what he says is, Wesley Snipes welcomes Mahershala Ali to the Daywalker clique. So, which I didn't know that was even a thing. But yeah, basically, basically in the wake of fans of the former Blade expressing their anger over Snipes not being cast, the actor released a statement addressing their concerns. And after wishing much peace to the MCU crew, Snipes went on to welcome and offer congratulations to Mahershala Ali, a beautiful and talented artist whose expressions I look forward to experiencing for many years to come. And not only that, I think there's a little bit more to that, but yeah, we'll take what we can get. I think I actually have it posted. Posted on Blerd Without Fear. On the Blerd Without Fear page. See if we can find it. By the way, go follow me on Facebook. I don't really post a whole heap of a lot on there, but I mean, hey, maybe you will encourage me. Let's see here. Oh, hey, that's what's going on right now. These are the things that are actually happening right this second. I think I have it somewhere on here. Maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't have it on here. I thought I had posted it, but maybe I didn't. Lies. Lies is what that has been told. Lies. But anyways, needless to say, that was what was going on. He doesn't care. And if he doesn't care, neither should you, because let's be fair. The only one who's getting hurt here in any way is Wesley Snipes. He's the only one missing out on a bag. I don't think anybody in this chat room is missing out on a bag because Wesley Snipes ain't playing Blade. Just saying. And if you are, then I don't know what to tell you. But if Wesley Snipes is not directly affected, you shouldn't be. And it's not... Here's the thing. And this is, I think, the thing that I think people forget. Look, Wesley Snipes. There's a very good reason why Wesley Snipes will not be Blade in the MCU. And I think it's fairly obvious. We all remember Blade Trinity, right? Some of us would probably wish to forget it. Wesley Snipes was wilding on the set of Blade Trinity. He was out of control. But here's the thing. You know who else was on the set of Blade Trinity? Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige saw firsthand the way Wesley Snipes was acting. There was a scene in Blade Trinity. It's the scene where, like, he's knocked out and he's supposed to, like, open his eyes and wake back up. Wesley Snipes was wilding so hard he didn't want to open his eyes. So they had to use CGI to open this motherfucker's eyes because he didn't want to open them on camera. Like, dude was wild. Not only that, but he tried to choke people. He was intentionally going out of his way to hurt stunt doubles and stuntmen. He was also trying to sabotage the production of the film. So my whole thing is, no, there's no way Kevin Feige would let Wesley Snipes anywhere near a starring role in Blade. No way humanly possible. Not only that, you also got the controversy where he beat the brakes off of Halle Berry to the point where she lost 80% of her damn hearing. So I mean, let's be fair. Let's be fair. And not only that, once again, he's too old. He's too old to be playing. And okay, so when y'all were talking about Yetide Badaki being too old to play Storm, no, Wesley Snipes is too old to be playing Blade because, like, Yetide Badaki isn't carrying the franchise. She's not carrying the baton. Wesley would be carrying the baton, and he is too old. He can't do it. I'm sorry. Not only that, he just doesn't look the same anymore. It would be weird. Okay, so any of you who are familiar with, like, Clerks, Jay and Silent Bob, stuff like that, you saw the Jay and Silent Bob reboot trailer, right? You see Jason Mewes lately? Yeah, not a good look. Anyways, just saying. Oh my god. No, aggressively relaxing. No, you are correct. He did. He did. He was constantly high. He only wanted to be referred to as Blade. Now, Triple H, who was in that movie, Paul Levesque, wrestler Triple H, he was on that movie. Now, he said on Howard Stern that the Wesley Snipes didn't try no bullshit with him, but I think that's because he knew Triple H might get that ass. But if you go to, if you listen to Ryan Reynolds, Patton Oswalt, And really just about anybody who was on the set of that movie other than Triple H, they will tell you the same thing, that Wesley was out here wilding and was out of control. Wesley was out of pocket. Like, literally, when I started learning everything and that I know about what was going on behind the scenes on Blade Trinity, that's exactly what I said. And yeah, I mean, I just think people need to calm down. Like, relax. Relax. Dude, it's a thing. And I'm sorry, but yeah, it is what it is. And Lex Bryan, I will answer your question. Yes, people did actually complain about Black Widow not being, or maybe not even so much being Russian, but just not even really having a Russian accent. Kind of weird. That said, yeah, they couldn't handle it. Now, with all that, let me close some windows up because I got bad windows open. Oh, I guess, technically we can talk about Hirsch because we're already on the subject. So basically, this was, I guess everyone who was whiling about Mahershala Ali playing Blade. This is, if anyone has any concerns that Mahershala Ali has no respect for Wesley Snipes, and, whatever, I mean, let's be clear, I don't think that really matters. He probably does. He probably doesn't matter, but at the very least, he posted this on his Instagram. It's a picture of Blade, Wesley Snipes' rendition, the classic version of Blade, and he even put the crown with Wesley Snipes tagged and the swords up. So let's be fair. He recognizes that Wesley Snipes. Because, I mean, let's be fair here. Let's go ahead and be fair. Can we keep it 1,000? Can we keep it 1,000 here today? If not for Blade, if not for the original recipe Blade, we would not have superhero movies as we have them today. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's just be honest. We would not have them. It would not exist. Because Blade is the precursor to X-Men, and or no, not even that. I think it's actually Spider-Man, then Spider-Man to X-Men, and then the movies snowballed from there. People didn't even know Blade was a comic book movie half the time when they went to go see it. I knew tons of people that when I was like, oh yeah, that's so and so from Spider-Man, and yeah, he's got his own comic, Blade, blah 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 blah, and they'd be like, that was a comic book movie? That's how people used to be so ignorant of comic book movies and things of that nature. Here, wait a minute. Whoa. Here, let me see something. Let me see something. Actually, I might have to disagree with you, sir. I might have to Chillmonger, you said X-Men was first? You are wrong, sir. X-Men came out in 2000s. Blade came out in 1998, sir. Thank you. Yes. You may have seen X-Men first, but Blade came out first. I would beg to differ on that statement, sir. So yeah, sorry. No shade, but I'm just keeping it 1,000. Keeping it 1,000. But that said, and before you go look it up, I looked it up first. Oh, okay. Well, that's different. That's another story. But Blade was first. Blade was first. I mean, theoretically, if you want to talk about comic book movies, so was Captain America, so was Doctor Strange, so was Punisher, but those were all bad. So we're talking about good comic book movies, actual good comic book movies. So that said, I think Hirsch is gonna be fine.
Cut the check.
He's good. He's in good standing. He is an actor in good standing with me, and I'm pretty sure most other people. I am fine with it. I guess real quick. Let's see. Let me close up something. I got mad windows open. Real quick before we move on into questions, we're gonna move into questions. First things first, we're gonna go to Discord questions first before we do anything else. But I do want to share something with y'all. I always like to share a little comic book goodness with you, and I know a lot of people were happy that Brandon Routh was announced. Brandon Routh was announced to be playing Kingdom Come era Superman in the Arrowverse crossover, so that's happening. But that said, there were some people like, oh, I don't know if I can see him as Kingdom Come Superman. I don't know if I can see it. Well, I can tell you who does see Brandon Routh as Kingdom Come Superman, and I think he... Who? Yes, I think he would be the Authority, as a matter of fact. I think he'd be Authority. It's none other than your boy, Alex Ross. Alex Ross, he can see it. He can see it. And he has drawn it. He has drawn it. And he has drawn Brandon Routh as the Kingdom Come Superman. So, there you go. If you were curious as to who it would be, or what he would look like, what he could look like, Alex Ross he's taken care of you. He's
Cut the check.
He's cut the check for you. So there you go. And I like it. And honestly, I could have already seen it. I was fine with it. I didn't care, one way or the other. I was not hurt by it. I think it's fine. That said, we're getting ready to jump over to questions because we are an hour in. And I want to go ahead and we want to switch over to questions so we can chop it up. So here, let's go ahead and take on the first question from the Discord. Remember, Discord gets first priority on questions. That and super chats. You got super chats, I'll answer your question immediately. But Discord is gonna be first come, first serve unless there's a super chat. So I got a question. By the way, Brother Bacchus, I saw you say something earlier. I meant to mention this. You said the Discord hates you. Dude, I think Discord actually loves you because I think you were in the Discord on 5 separate accounts. I don't know how you did it. Somehow you did it, but somehow you were in there 5 times, I think. Let's see here. Okay, so first things first. Asked me, how does one obtain a Blerd Club shirt? Well, that was funny you ask. A little shameless promo here. You can go to teespring.com/stores/Blerd without fear. Booyah. Cut the check. And that is how you can get one of those. And don't forget to use that promo code, BWF Summer, and get 25% off your entire purchase. So, there's that. Next up, I got a question from John K. Let's see here. He says, I need your top 3 murderers in comic books. Off the top, he says, his are number 1, Nemesis from Mark Millar. Number 2, Bullseye. And number 3, The Hand. Ooh. Well, okay. Murderers. Well, first off, I'm gonna go ahead and say, well, I'd be remiss if I didn't have Bullseye on this list. So let's go ahead and put Bullseye on here. Bullseye is most certainly on that list. I would also say, man, next up on my God, definitely Punisher. Definitely Punisher. Punisher's definitely on that list.
To this day.
Let's see, who else could I put? Actually, you know what? I will definitely have to put the next one on the list. Man, and I feel like I'm not giving DC any love here. Or Image. I feel like I should be giving Image some love, but not yet. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna make mine Marvel. I'm gonna say Thanos. Thanos. Definitely Definitely with a high body count. Oh, you know what? I take that back. Run it back. I'm gonna take Thanos off. Carnage all day. Carnage all day long. What was I thinking about? Yeah, the sad part is I'm actually in the process of right now. Actually, I have it open on the side of working on the Maximum Carnage Part 1 video. So that is a thing that is happening right now. By the way, speaking of, before we jump into more questions, we got another question from the Discord. I do want to ask. I want opinions. How does everyone feel about? Because I know on Twitch, I'm playing video games on Twitch, but I usually reserve YouTube for like the Blerd cave. But I do, dude, what? Dude, my boy Jason Brown in here, man. Y'all, man, go ahead and chop it up. Go ahead and give me a round of applause. One above none is in the building. One above none is in the building. Here, and actually, let me see something real quick, because I gotta take care of something I've been meaning to take care of, man. I don't know how I have not done this, but let me go ahead and I'm gonna take care of that real quick. Here, let me open this up. Yeah, so I'm going to probably do some new stuff on the Twitch channel. I mean, I'm going to be playing video games. That is without question. However, I am also going to be I'm also going to be doing some stuff that's not video game related on Twitch channel, which is why I implore y'all to go check out the Twitch channel and hit me with that wild follow, because we just got affiliate, so now we're wilding out here. We can get emotes and custom emotes and badges and stuff like that. I think I only get one for right now, but if we get more subscribers, we can build this motherfucker up. But what I am going to be doing, and just I kind of want to, maybe I guess I should give y'all a sneak preview, just a taste of what I'm talking about here. And here, let me I have been remiss on handling business with my man Jason Brown, because you're a mod, Jason Brown, you're a mod on my Twitch channel, but somehow I've not made you a mod on here, so I have rectified that problem. That's right. Oh, hey, what's going on, Wilbert? Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, wait a minute here. Let me see something. What's going on? What's going on here? Let's see. Oh, I see what's going on here. Never mind. Lemon Piece. I feel you. Let's see here. All right, yeah. I see where you're coming from, Lemon. I see where you're coming from. Okay. That said, here, let me go ahead. Basically, so what I'm going to be doing, in here, we're going to switch over to, I apologize, I'm kind of trying to set some stuff up to where you can see what I am doing. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, I kind of want y'all to be able to see kind of like the process. I guess, can y'all, I'm assuming y'all can probably see what I got going on here. We're just gonna assume. But basically, like, I was thinking about doing something where, like, I edit videos live, and y'all can kind of see my process and kind of get an idea of, like, what goes into when I'm making a video. Like, right now, this video isn't finished. I've only made it past the 5-minute mark. Video is going to be a little under 14 minutes. But you can kind of see, like, what I'm doing in here. Maybe a little bit, maybe can, maybe can't. But Like, I just kind of wanted to show y'all, like, what the process is all about and how I set everything up, how I do, you know, this, that, and the third, you know, whatever. But like I said, you'll see when we get there. But just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, so that said, oh, I see. Here, here, there you go. I appreciate that, Lemon Piece. I appreciate that. I was wondering what was going on there. I was so confused. Anyway, okay. But hey, as long as we caught it. I apologize. That was a mess up. Sorry about that, Lex Bryant. We got you back in here. Okay, so that said, let's move on into some questions. Questions. We got a question from Rough Rider 86. One more. This one is anyone ever heard of Second Coming Comics? Second Coming Comics. I actually have. I have never actually read anything by them, I don't believe. But basically, just to kind of give y'all an idea, I'm actually pulling them up as we speak. Actually, dude, wait, I'm not going to use their website because honestly, the website's kind of, I'm not going to lie, it's kind of jank. The website is kind of jank, so I'm not going to use that. But it looks, here, I'm going to pull this up. Okay, so this is all stuff from, like, Second Coming Comics. I mean, it looks cool. It looks really cool. I think maybe, oh, you know what? I might have spoken from somebody from Second Coming Comics, I believe. I'll have to, ooh, excuse me. Sorry, didn't mean to burp in the microphone. I'll have to do some looking. Here, wait a minute. Whoop. I'll have to do some looking into what they got going on, but I'll have to do some research on them. From what I can see so far, I mean, I'm here for it. I like to see us out here creating. I like to see us out here doing big things. I like to see us out here making comics happen. So yeah, I'll have to check that out. Thank you for that shout out, Rough Rider. I appreciate that. Okay, let's go ahead and get into some questions. Get some questions from the chat. Let's see here. Let's see here. What are we? I feel like I've missed something. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer Stephen Ambuki's questions. He said, did I miss something? Carnage over Thanos? Really? Well, it's because Thanos has killed a lot of people. Make no mistake. He's killed entire galaxies full of people. But Carnage just seems to have so much fun with it that, like, Carnage is very indiscriminate about his killing. And the only reason I will cut him ahead of Thanos is because of the zeal with which he kills people. Let's see. Let's go through here. We got any other questions in here? I'm gonna kind of scroll back to just in case, because I know I probably missed stuff. Jarrell Boza was talking about, I say above phase 6, we get the mutants. What do you think? I think yes. I think the mutants, actually, I think phase 5. I think phase 5 is when it's going to happen. Just being real. I think that's what's going to happen here. Let's see here. Who else we got in here? Who else we got in here? Carter Presents asked, not to get off point, but have you watched The Boys yet? I have. I've watched 2 episodes. I guess real quick, I will give my 2 episodes so far thought process on The Boys. I love it so far. They do take some liberties with some of the source material, but not in a bad way. Like, for those of you who don't know, and I can't show it on here because honestly, the comic is so graphic that I don't want to put anything up for fear of getting a takedown. And I'm really trying hard to get channel memberships on here, so no takedowns. No takedowns. That's why we're kind of straying away from content that might get me in some trouble. So yeah, real quick, just we don't want to go there. But I will say, I would probably say the big thing is with Starlight. In the very first, I think it's in the first or second issue where Starlight is introduced. Starlight gets Me Too'd by the Seven. They do it a little differently in this one, where they make only one of the seven be the real focus of that of the sexual assault. And I mean, I don't even really want to call it exactly sexual assault, because I mean, she did technically go with it, but at the same time, she didn't want to go with it. She was kind of coerced into it. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, technically sexual assault. They only make one character be the subject of that, not every character. She does get perved on by Translucent in the first episode, the guy who can turn invisible. And they do make Queen Maeve be less of a bitch to her when she first shows up, because in the comic, when Starlight shows up, Queen Maeve is like, bitch, get away from me. Yeah, when she's crying in the bathroom. When Starlight's crying in the bathroom. But in this one, they make Queen Maeve be a little bit more of not friendly, but she's not like antagonistic either in the beginning. So I thought that was cool. They've done some really cool stuff with it so far. I kind of like where they're going. I will say I do find it really weird that Simon Pegg plays Huey's father, when the character of Huey is based on Simon Pegg. So I thought that was kind of funny. But I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So far, 2 episodes in, I wish I had seen more. I actually wanted to do a full kind of thing about it today, but I'm a loyal husband, and my wife said, please don't watch it without me. So you know what? That's what I did. I did not watch it without her. So there you go. Let's see here. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, man. Let's see here. Yeah, that's right, Jason Brown. Ultimate unlimited cosmic power, itty bitty living space, man. Drell Boza says you should do it. Let people. Yeah, as I said, you said you should do it. People love to watch. Comic Drake does it all the time. Okay, so then yeah, there you go. That settles it. I will do it, but I will do it on Twitch. I'm gonna do it on Twitch. So if you want to follow, go to the Twitch channel. Which I believe, I don't know if I'm hosting anybody right now. I don't think I am. But yeah, go to the Twitch channel. And like I said, right now, I think we're at 63 followers. I really want to try and get to 100 on here. But yeah, let's do that. Let's make that happen, man. Because like I said, it's really fun. I think, man, we had a blast in here the other day, and I usually stream for a lot longer on Twitch than I do on here. Usually, I'll do maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours on here. I usually, like, you can kind of see on here 4 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours, 4 hours, almost 4 hours, 3.5, 4. I'm usually playing like Persona 5 or Bloodborne. Probably going to be playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 and some other stuff. I got the PS2 out, so we're going to be going back and playing some old school stuff too. So, I mean, these are all things to think about. But I will also be doing the videos on there as well, just kind of mix it up. But usually, honestly, if I'm being really honest, the video games don't even really matter. That's kind of why I'm trying to kind of space it all out, because usually we wind up just talking about like comics and wrestling and anime and everything else. We're usually talking about everything but the game I'm playing. So there's that. Jason Brown says, what do you predict happening in Powers of X #1 since the reading order? You know what? Here, let me see something. Here, give me uno momento, por favor, because yes, the one thing I have not paid attention to is the House of X and Powers of 10 reading order. Just before anybody says anything, yes, I say Powers of 10 because that's what Jonathan Hickman said it is. You can say Powers of X if you want. You would be wrong. But I'm not going to be the guy to tell you that you were wrong. So there you go. I am pulling it up right now. I know for a fact Hickman has said House of X #2 is going to blow people's minds. He said that's where the mind fuck moment is going to come into play. So yeah, okay, so the way it goes here, I don't know if y'all will be able to see that or not. Here, I'm gonna switch over to the comic. All right, so yeah, because it pretty much just alternates. Well, it alternates some. So it's like House of X #1, Powers of X #1, which comes out this week. House of X #2, or I said Powers of X. Powers of 10. House of X #2, Powers of 10 #2, Powers of 10 #3, House of X #3, House of X #4, Powers of 10 #4, House of X #5, Powers of 10 #5, House of X #6, and then Powers of 10 #6. And I want you to take notice of what is in red here. What is in red here? Now, I did say House of X #2 is supposed to be the mindfuck moment. I think that, I don't know if this red is to mean that we will see more mindfucks in these specific issues, but whatever it is, I think it's gonna be fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I guess you can probably tell by the video that I made that I thoroughly enjoyed House of X #1 a lot. I'm still waiting on Jonathan Hickman to get back to me because I did at him about some of the symbolism that was in there. Dude, he will drop kick you, and I did just call that by mistake because I was just in a vibe. But normally, I'm really good about saying Powers of 10. Normally, let's see here. Hey, Steven Emke says 2 Blerd caves this week. Well, not exactly. I'll be on Twitch. I'll be playing a game. So it won't be exactly the Blerd cave. It'll just be me playing a game and just kind of hanging out with y'all. I answer questions in the I mean, I talk to everybody in the Twitch chat. We're trying to grow the Twitch up because I'm trying to because YouTube has been on some fuck shit lately and has not given me my channel memberships yet because I meet all the requirements of the channel memberships. And not only that, I also I was given a false copyright strike. So I think that messed up my getting the channel memberships. But YouTube is yet to respond to me. They've yet to give it to me, and I meet all the qualifications for it. So I decided to, basically, I decided to monetize my free time to try and make it worth my while to do this full time, which is exactly what I do. I do this full time now, but I do some little stuff on the side, but not like a lot. But yeah, so basically what I was trying to do is trying to, monetize that free time, and I wanted to play video games again. And I was like, well, hell, let's, how about, play some video games on Twitch and, make a thing out of it. We are gonna go, well, let's see here. We are gonna go live on Twitch tonight. I'm gonna shoot for it'll probably be late tonight. It's probably gonna be like 9 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, give or take. Because I do have a meeting with Nerd 901 tonight, so I forgot about that. But I will be on, so don't worry about that. But go follow me on Twitch and get the notifications so that way you'll know exactly when I go on. Let's see. Also, see who else? Dude, we had an amazing stream Thursday, dude. It was amazing. We were in there, dude. We were wilding, man. But go back. There's clips up. You can watch the whole stream, dude. It was fantastic. Jermel Joyner, yeah, we did already talk about Storm. That was at the very beginning. If you want, you can kind of DVR backward. You should be able to get back to that conversation. Robert Drum, hey, what's up? I didn't even see you sneak in here. Who could be the big bad for Black Panther 2? And I think Steven Dambaki asked the same question. I'm thinking it's probably either going to be. I would like for it to be. Namor. If it was my call, I would like for it to be Namor. Though I do know the writers of Avengers Endgame said that Easter egg that everyone thought was about Namor was actually just a coincidence. Or maybe they were just trying to dodge a question. I don't know, but that's what they said. They said they weren't that clever. But that's what I want to believe. And I know Ryan Coogler has said as much, that there were two villains he wanted. One was Kraven and the other one was Namor. Let's see here. What else? Wilbur Robinson asked me, who do you have at TakeOver for the NXT Championship? I honestly don't think that they'll have Adam Cole, baby, drop the belt just that quick. But then again, they had Johnny Gargano drop it just that quick. So they may have Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano kind of ping-pong the NXT title back and forth. The real question is, I want to know who's going to be walking away with that NXT Women's Championship, because I think Mia Yim's got it. I think Mia Yim's got this in the bag, dude. She has been out here, dude. When she ran up on Jessamine Duke and was like, surprise, motherfucker, I was like, whoa, 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 Mia Yim is wildin'. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Dude, yeah. Lex Bryant. Lex Bryant says, I'm still thinking Magneto saying, we're your gods now, and Cyclops saying, we're Franklin's true family now. Talking to the Fantastic Four, was savage. Dude, the mic drop. No, that was a mic drop. That was a mic drop moment. That's what I was saying, dude. Cyclops was sprinkling wild shade on the Fantastic Four. Steven Nambuki said, someone told me T'Challa and Storm are together again. Can I get a confirm, please? Yeah, last I checked, they were back together. They got back together during Ta-Nehisi Coates' first run on Black Panther. Somewhere down the road, they started talking again, and they're like, well, let's not get back together, but like, they were meeting up in secret and meeting in hotels and going out for dinner and dates and stuff like that, and they kind of slowly started hanging around each other again, and by the end of that run, Black Panther and Storm are back together. Now, I don't know about right now. Last I checked in the current run, yes. The answer is still yes. Let's see here. Robert Drum, honestly, okay, so he was saying that, it's still crazy how it was no love for mutants till they got the rights back. Honestly, there's a reason for that. And honestly, I don't blame Marvel, for that, because here's how comics work. And intellectual property rights work. So, Marvel was, up to a point, still pushing the X-Men. But the reason why Marvel stopped, and with the Fantastic Four as well, is because Fox was, A, making bad Fantastic Four movies, which is why they dropped the Fantastic Four during Hickman's run, and they were making bad X-Men movies, which is why they dropped the X-Men, because they wanted the rights. They were Marvel was actually trying to get the rights back to the X-Men long before the Disney-Fox deal. But Fox didn't want to do it. And what Fox was doing was, and Marvel knew this, Fox was just throwing movies out there because the way the way the rights worked for the X-Men and Fantastic Four is if there was not a movie in production by a certain date, the rights would automatically go back to Marvel. Marvel wouldn't even have had to pay anything. So what Fox started doing was, okay, case in point, Daredevil. So the reason why Daredevil went back to Marvel wasn't because Marvel bought Daredevil back. What happened is that Fox was trying to rush a Daredevil movie out so they wouldn't lose the rights. And because of production issues, they missed the date to have a movie in active production. So Daredevil automatically reverted back to Marvel because of that. Same as for Ghost Rider, Blade, all that stuff. Like, it was all because these movies, they didn't have movies in production. So what Fox started doing after that was they just started throwing wild movies out. That's why you were getting, like, Days of Future Past. That's why you were getting Apocalypse. Why those movies seemed so rushed. That's why. Because they were trying to meet a deadline and get something in production before the rights would go back. And the same goes for Fantastic Four. So yeah, that's why. And what Marvel did, they took, because what they were doing is Marvel was like, okay, well then if you were going to do this, we're not going to promote these comics. So that way there's no active comic out there for you to bank on or anything like that. And what happens is whenever Marvel creates, and Jonathan Hickman actually talked about this when he was asked about the Fantastic Four, why they were being taken off the table. He said that if he created a new character in Fantastic Four, then Fox would have sole media rights to that character because it's under the Fantastic Four umbrella. So if they made any new X-Men characters, any new X-Men stories, they were basically just giving Fox free ammunition to keep making X-Men movies regardless of how good or bad they are. So, I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people were salty about the fact that Marvel just kind of dumped the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, but they did it for a very good reason. I don't blame them for it. I honestly, if it was me, I'd have made the same call. Dude, Doctor Strange, man, what's in here, man? I see you in here. Doctor Strange has made it. I need to actually respond to your message on Instagram. I am not always on Instagram. Let's see here. Oh, you changed the one above none. There you go. There you go. One above none. One above none. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, is that the, Wilbur Robertson asks, is that the Maker with the X-Men? Because that would make the Cyclops mic drop so hard. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. When I originally saw what is supposed to be Professor X in House of X #1, I actually thought it might have been the Maker too, because he does look like the Maker. The Maker wears the same style of helmet. And it's also why I don't think that's really Charles Xavier. It may be the Maker, because the Maker does have some wild shit going on in the background. But if it is Charles Xavier, then I wouldn't be surprised by that either. But if it was the Maker, then yeah, that would be, ooh, man. That would make Cyclops a straight up G to do that kind of a pull-up. Enigma 9x9 asks, should the MCU start with the original X-Men? You know what? It would be a breath of fresh air. It would be a breath of fresh air if they did that. I would not be against that. If they, here, I'm just double checking the Discord. Yeah, if they did that, I'd be fine with that. I would like the 90s, the Jim Lee X-Men, is what I would want. I would want that run, if I had to take a pick though. Let's see here. Lex Bryan says, Black Panther, like that wild weather, man. I see, can't blame me. Would do the same. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, Dr. Strange says, is anyone else worried about Disney controlling Marvel now? Am I misinformed? Okay, so here's the thing. I have heard some things. Some people I know that have their finger on the pulse of what's going on in Hollywood and at Disney, people who work in the entertainment industry. And I'm not going to drop names because I don't want to make it hot for anybody. Danger. I don't want to make it hot for anybody. So I have heard that there is talk that Disney wants to shut down Marvel Comics. But here's the thing. I don't think that's a wise move. A, because Marvel owns 33% market share of the comics industry right now. They'd be an idiot to give it up. Not only that, but I mean, the comics will never make as much money as they did in the 90s. They never will, because the 90s ruined comics. with so many variants, with so many different foil and hologram covers and infinite reprintings. They killed the comics industry because they made it where pretty much, yeah, they're not worth anything anymore. Unless something crazy happens. Like I know Captain Marvel number 8, I heard from somebody on Instagram that Captain Marvel number 8 is now worth $50 because of the whole Ilhan Omar thing. Was it Batman Damned? I think was up to like $50 or $75 because of the Bat Dick thing. That's if you have the original printing of it, not the reprint. But but there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons. What else we got on here? Jarrell Boza says this is more of a statement. But Namor should be the big bad, and Doom should be the big bad for Black Panther 3. I do agree with that. I would not be mad at that. I would not be mad at Dr. Doom being the big bad in a third Black Panther movie. I'm all here for it. I'm all here for it. What else we got on here? Robert Drum says, that's crazy. Never would have known that. Big up Blerd, but damn it, Fox ruined those movies, rushing them and not doing it properly. Yeah, no, I mean, it is. It's crazy. Here's the thing. Spider-Man. Do y'all want to know the real reason why you got Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield? I'll tell you why. That is why. The same reason that I gave for Fantastic Four and the X-Men, same reason. Now, the only difference between Sony and Marvel's relationship versus Marvel and Fox's relationship up until recently is the fact that Sony realized they were fucking up and tried to actually still have some kind of a working relationship with Marvel because they knew that if they did not get Amazing Spider-Man in production when they did, the rights to Spider-Man would be back in Marvel. So, ergo, you have Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, and why they went ahead and cut the deal with Marvel, because they were like, hey, we keep Spider-Man, but you can use him. And it's like, okay, this works. This suits us. Okay, so... Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. I think we got some wild heat in here. Hold up. I see a super chat that just popped up. In the chat, was it so my man's I was waiting, there it is. It was a little delayed reaction. Tech Spec Studio with a wild $5 super chat super chat it for $5 and ask the question, how would you intro mutants into the MCU? And I'm going to tell you how I'd do it. I tell you how I'd do it right now. Okay, so I actually really like the storyline that Matthew Rosenberg just recently did, and what they have kind of and this is actually a theory that I've posted before and have endorsed before, but the fact that Charles Xavier was keeping mutants hidden from the public eye and using Cerebro to make humans not recognize mutants are there for their own for the mutants' personal safety, but then turn around and then have your like something happen where Charles is like, oh, we can't hide anymore. The world needs us or some shit like that. Or maybe they get outed because of the snap. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like maybe what Charles so okay, here we go. Boom. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, here, let's do it. Okay, so Charles has hidden mutants from the public eye. Thanos pulls a snap. Charles gets dusted. Next thing you know, in his absence, mutants are starting to slowly be discovered. The stuff that Charles has done is now being undone, and now the world is starting to see, are now starting to discover that mutants exist, and then boom,
Cut the check.
there you go. I like it. I'm with it. But yeah, no, Brother Bacchus says, is Storm a Disney princess now? Yeah, technically, I guess. She technically would be, yeah. I mean, because Shuri's a Disney princess. I mean, to some extent. I would say yeah. Especially if Storm and T'Challa get married, she actually she'd be a Disney queen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so Jarrell Boza says that's not Xavier, it's Legion or Xavier Jr. Just watch and see. I'm not against that. I'm not against that at all. Honestly, I am of the mind that, like I think I said in the video, I'm not 100% that that's Xavier. I'm just not. He just seems too devious. And then the whole thing with the pods, I'm actually questioning whether or not that's even the real X-Men. I'll be real about it. Comic God says, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't the rights to Namor still partially belong to Universal? Yes, and I believe that technically, much in the same way that Marvel can't make a standalone Hulk movie, but they can have Hulk in movies, I think Namor is the same way. Like, Namor can't have his own movie, but he can be in somebody else's movie. I think is how that is probably going to wind up working. Let's see here. Aggressively relaxing said, Panther and Storm celebrity couple name is Porm. Oh, God. Actually, can we call it Black Porm? So just to make it extra. Oh, wait. Danger. I mean, you know, with the wild Pinot name, you know, got the Pinot going. Yes, sir. I love it. Man, yeah, dude, that's just crazy. Okay. Give an extra sauce. Yes. Yes. Oh, God. You know what, real quick, before we jump out of here, because we are getting ready to roll up out of here. What we're gonna do is, I'm going to be doing a little bit of extra kind of groundwork. I'm going to be doing some extra groundwork here. I'm trying to set up some stuff, trying to get some stuff happening. But I have listened to some of y'all. A lot of y'all have talked about, hey, you know, when are you going to do something with Dope Spill? When are you going to do something with Comics Explained? When are you going to do this, that, and the third? And I have listened, I think another one was Andre Meadows, Black Nerd Comedy. I have listened, and I'm reaching out. I don't expect anything. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try and make some kind of collaboration work. I don't know what it would be or how it would go. The only one that I probably wouldn't is I haven't seen much of a market for working with Comic Storian. No shade on Comic Storian, just like I just noticed that when I'm in the comments, which I'll be answering comments today because I'm lazy and I'm just way behind on everything. I'm not gonna lie, I want to give y'all full disclosure. House of X #1 took me all day to do. House of X #1, the video took me all day. One part of it was because my camera battery died while I was shooting. And so I had to recharge that. And then the other part was the editing. And most of it was just reading and going back through. You know, just being real about it. But yeah, so we are... So yeah, I got stuff in the works, but man, this week was kind of tough on me. So I'm actually kind of scared. I'm actually scared to tackle Powers of 10 this week. So I'm just gonna be brutally honest with you. There's other stuff I wanted to tackle as well. I wanted to tackle Batman. Was it Curse of the White Knight? I probably still will. It's just, man, there's been so much going on, and man, I am tired. I am tired. I'll probably tackle Curse of the White Knight tonight. I'll probably work on that tomorrow. Yeah, I'll work on that tomorrow. Then we'll probably put it out. That one is probably going to be behind a little bit. There's a Venom video on the Patreon that's up there right now. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's so much stuff going on. And I feel like, man, yeah, it's starting to get a little hot, man. But no, thank you, brother Bacchus. I do not barbecue, so that is a negative. That is a negative, Ghost Rider. Unless somebody else is barbecuing, I do not grill. At least I can't. I'm not saying I can't grill. It's stressful for me. It's not relaxing to me the way it is for other people. So yeah. Well, like I said, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like I said, there's so much stuff, and I feel like a part of me is very tempted to not cover Batman Curse of the White Knight week to week, or not week to week, but month to month, like I did for the original White Knight series. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen those videos, go back. I actually have a full playlist on Batman the White Knight, the original series. For those of you who are not familiar with that, it's in my playlist. I'm debating just waiting. But I may do it. I may wait every 2 issues to do something with Batman White Knight. That might be what happens. We'll see. And then I think Batman Who Laughs #7 comes out this week too. So I mean, I'm gonna be busy. I'm gonna be busy as hell, and I really I'll be busy, but we're gonna make it happen. We're kind of getting close. We're almost to where I could start paying somebody to do videos, to edit videos for me. Maybe. We're almost there, man. We just got to get the Patreon up a little bit higher. Either get the Patreon up higher, maybe, or through some combination of Patreon and Twitch subscriptions. Maybe through that. We'll see. I'm trying to, because like I said, the money isn't for me. I want that to be known. I mean, up to this point, I have used the money for myself, but to buy comics. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get that money together to pay someone to do video editing so I can do more content and focus more on content versus focusing on reading the content to make the content and then making the content, if that makes any sense. So yes, booyah. Oh, I have an idea. Came through with a wild super chat, $1.99. I appreciate that. Thoughts on Jane Foster as Valkyrie? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I read the first issue. I read a little bit of it. I didn't read the whole thing. I read just a little bit of enough to kind of know that Bullseye's pulling some wild shit. Let's see here. Trying to remember. Because there's tons of craziness going on, but I like it so far. I feel like Valkyrie is kind of a. I feel like this is going to wind up. This book, I feel like, is going to wind up being a. I guess kind of a segue between whatever the next thing is going to happen, with Jane Foster. So, but I'm here for it. I'm enjoying it so far. Now I'll be brutally honest. Up until Jason Aaron's run on Thor: God of Thunder, I was not the biggest Jane Foster fan, but not because I thought she was a bad character, just because I didn't know anything about her. But yeah. The shirt, Stone Ninja. Yeah, this is my boy Gabriel Duranzo's comic, Stone Ninja. Make sure if you go to stoneninjacomics.com, you can actually cop one of these shirts. I got this one with the green, and I got one with the red, the Stone Ninja in red. It's a great comic. I love it. We'll have to figure. I might, depending on what's going on, I might actually, I think I have one extra Stone Ninja comic I might give away. See what happens. But yeah. So we're just one issue in. We're just one issue in on Valkyrie, so it's really hard to say. I mean, I don't want to be like, oh, it's the greatest thing ever. It's kind of like why I'm being tapered on House of X #1, which so far is amazing. And they packed, and I now see what Jonathan Hickman was talking about when he was talking about saying that I want to give you the best bang for your buck. These books are going to be $5 a pop, but at the same time, I want to make sure I'm giving you, which that book had 43 pages of salvation in it, and I love it. I love the fact that everything felt like it fit. There was so much story. We learned about what's going on with the mutants. We learned about Krakoa. We learned about the mutant drugs. We learned about the Gateway Flower, the No Place Flower. We learned about damage control, which I didn't even talk about, you know, the wild shit the damage control's doing. I didn't even really talk about it because there just wasn't enough time. I left so much stuff on the cutting room floor because I didn't want that video to be super long, which actually begs the question. I don't know, and I'm trying to come up with new stuff for patrons and maybe channel members when I do finally get that. How would y'all feel about I probably shouldn't put this out here because it'll probably just make it worse. It'll probably make my workload worse. But maybe, like, on certain videos, maybe if I do, like, a director's cut video, maybe, like, everything that I normally would cut for time for everyone else on YouTube, maybe add in those things that I usually would take out because it takes up too much time. I don't know. It's a thing. It won't be a lot. It'll just be little things here and there, but we'll see. Yeah, the Omega level confirmation, there was all that. There's also the whole thing with Orcus, with the Orcus protocol. There was the stuff with Franklin Richards, the stuff with Magneto, the Cuckoos, the stuff for Cuckoo, Sophie, Esme, the ones that were dead that are now alive again. Sabretooth was dead. His head got chopped off by magic and kicked into a random portal, and he was dead. Now he's back. I don't think we actually saw Banshee, but his name was brought up when they were doing transports into Krakoa, so there's that too. There's so much stuff that is going on in that book. It's so dense. There was so much to read. And I literally reread it like 4 or 5 times before I actually did the video, before I even wrote a stitch of an outline of what to cover in that video. So yeah, like I said, there's a lot of work that went into that. So I'm glad y'all appreciate it. And also I appreciate we're finally putting respect on Storm's name, that she is an Omega. She's officially, I don't think she was listed as an Omega level mutant up to this point. I think it was always speculated, but it was never actually confirmed. I'm so glad they did that. But let's do this. Let's see here. Drelbo said, which Jay Foster's book is the best Witchblade book I read in a decade. Yeah, I would agree. I was never really that big on Witchblade, so yeah. Brother Bacchus, man, I appreciate you, man. Hey, take it easy. And look, hey, we're gonna get you on that Discord one way or the other. Maybe get you on Twitch. We're gonna get you on Twitch. But hey, I appreciate you stepping in, man. Thank you for all that love. And then, like I said, yeah, because we're gonna get ready to roll out of here too. This is about to wrap up. I just kind of wanted to get some stuff off my chest about some things that are going on. But yeah, like I said, just stay tuned, stay posted. We're probably gonna jump off of here, and I guess I will see you all next week. And for those of you who follow me on Twitch, I'll see you on Twitch later tonight. But like I said, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff. Like I said, let me know. I guess hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Instagram, because those are honestly the fastest and easiest ways to get a hold of me. You can leave me comments, but I am so behind on comments that I usually just speed through them when I do finally address them. But yeah, like I said, all of that will be addressed in due time. We'll jump off of here. Y'all, thank y'all so much for hanging with me. We've been here almost 2 hours chopping it up. And I really appreciate y'all coming in here and just hanging out with me and just keeping it live. Y'all have no idea how much that means to me. As not just as a content creator, but as a human being. Just in general, I really appreciate that. And also in light of recent events of some things that have happened on Twitter, I really appreciate all of you who are level-headed and just good, kind, nice people who are not hateful and not problematic. I really appreciate it. Like, I'm so proud of Earth's mightiest subscribers, because I feel like, it's just a great place for people who love comics and to talk about comics and be respectful. So yeah, thank you all for that. And like I said, I love you all 3,000. I'll see you all next time. Plus Ultra.
Soundscapes, what my dreams on. Gotta put my team on. Change from the beginning like a season 2 theme song. Cold world, keep warm, you've been warned. crazy when they quote lines, and it's one of mine. This just the beginning of my story, like once upon a time. I'm waiting for the sun to shine through these dark days, showing them how to persevere the smart way. Never let them tell you what you can't do. Waving guns in your videos, boy, that ain't you. Gas them up like they flame, but it ain't true. I elevated, not the same dude. I paint the sky blue. They say you ain't like them other guys in the clouds. With my love, she my lady butterfly. Here's a tune till you reach the moon. Last lullaby, what am I? A mortal man trying to nullify stereotypes. I write answers, certified spiritual flow. I said hello from the other side. I revise other styles, made them urbanized. Word to wise, grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple eyes. You can't see me, you Stevie, wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie and make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah, dream on, dream weaver. Dream weaver.
Keep dreaming.